I see a couple that are interesting, like that right there. See all the different colors in that? That's neat. We'll put that in our bag. And I usually find some pretty interesting stuff out here. Doesn't always um, tumble up well, but it looks great when it's done. So, let's see. This is why you turn rocks over. See, that's all dull looking. And if you turn it over, it's got like a shiny brown with white spots. Looks like it might be some kind of quartz. And then we got these here. I find some very interesting stuff out here just looking in the driveway. Now that looks like a fossil. Can you all see that? That looks very much like a fossil. Cool stuff. Interesting here. No, we can put back. And see, you can do this in your own driveway and see these little rocks with all the points on them are good for your step one because they will naturally wear off round the sharp edges of other rocks. That looks like a piece of quartz. I don't have the water bottle with me, but that looks like it might be a piece of quartz. Another piece right there looks like maybe. Find all kinds of interesting stuff out here. Like stuff like this. Just cool stuff. And it's right in your driveway. Don't gotta cost gas money to go anywhere. You sit in your driveway and look around. Sit in the driveway and look around. A piece of pink quartz, looks like. And I find this stuff has like a glitter or a shimmer to it. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hello. Hello, Epic. How are you today? This stuff in my driveway. I live in eastern Montana. And I just come out here and look at my driveway, find all kinds of cool stuff. Like this piece right here. That's cool looking, huh? Like I was saying a few minutes ago, Epic, if you sit in your own driveway and just look around, it doesn't cost you gas to go anywhere. You usually find some pretty cool looking rocks. Uh, no, we'll take and put that one in. That's awful thin. Awful thin. And I find stuff like this that's black and white, just cool looking stuff. And I find quartz, more quartz. Excuse me. And this stuff I find all the time. I don't know what this is, but it ends up being a dark gray after you tumble it. And it has always gets just a little bit of luster, but I can never get it to completely shine up. But it looks okay, you know? Over here. It's got, that's got a bunch of cracks in it. It has a bunch of cracks in it. Like, see this here, got all these little cracks in it. I usually leave it behind, let someone else do it. See, I find all kinds of stuff. Some of it will tumble up real nice, others of it won't. But you gotta take way I look at it, you take the good with the bad. You tumble it, and then if it doesn't tumble up right, you put it off to the side and do something else with it. Always turn your rocks over because the sides that the side that is facing up, like this area is considered a desert area. It's called the High Plains Desert of Montana. And so that side will look all bleached out. And if you turn it over, you'll see the actual color of the rock, the white and the pink quartz, all from just turning it over. Oh, where's that? Where's that just saw? Something that's closer to me. So we can go through it. See, this was the side that was up, and then this is the side that was down. That white is from being exposed to the sun. That was the side that was up. It's all white and baked. Then this is the side that was underneath. Hi, Colin Pro. See, here's a good example. This is the side that was up, and then this is the side that was under. See, the side that was under is more of a dark gray with some like glittery kind of stuff in it. Where the side that was up is like a baked white, I would almost call that. Oops. This is almost dropped the phone. Here again, that was the side that was up, then that's the side that was down. See the difference? There's some banded chert. Banded chert. I don't know if y'all can see that. And here's the others that I picked up. That's the side that was up. And there's the other side. Picked this up several times and put it back down. So this time we're going to put it in the bag so I don't pick it up again. But cool stuff that you find just in your own driveway. Here's another one. Reposition at a better angle here so I can see. See better here. Here's interesting stuff. That's the side that was up, but look at what's the other side. Looks like a completely different rock, don't it? Here's another example. That's the side that was up. Flip it over, and it's a dark gray. And here's an interesting one. Dark gray with white bands through it. White band, I should say. They keep changing the dumb weather forecast. I don't talking about all day yesterday. They were saying that it was going to be 99 degrees by 4 p.m. this afternoon. And now they're saying 80 degrees and rain. Well, then we're not even close. Not even close. 80 degrees and 99 degrees is not close. At least not to me. But here, that's what I just picked up. That right there. That one right there. See, this is the side that was up, just all faded, and you turn it over and look at what you have. So that's why I tell people, turn your rocks over. Don't just go by the side that's up and say, oh, that's not pretty. I'll leave that for somebody else. When may have just thrown away a beautiful rock. See, all this type of stuff here, right in my driveway. Can you all see that? Right in the driveway. Brown river stones. They usually don't polish up real good, but they do tumble real good. Put them in with some quartz, they will tumble up real nice, but they don't always get a good polish on them. See, just sitting there talking to y'all, picking through rocks, and look what all I've found so far. There's another one, and another one. Oops, some pretty big rocks right there. And here's other ones that I picked up. I first started doing this, I wasn't always real picky on what kind of rocks I picked up, and I just threw everything together because I didn't know. Like, I didn't different rocks have different hardnesses. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought a rock's a rock, but that is not true. They have a Mohs scale of hardness for rocks, and it can be from to 9. The higher the number, the harder the rock. And if you put a Mohs 1 rock in with a Mohs 9 rock, the Mohs 9 rock will likely crush it. But I didn't know none of that when I first started out. I just picked up rocks because I thought they looked cool. And over time, I found out, well, that's not such a good idea. Found out you have to put like hardness rocks together with like hardness rocks. Like you would not want to put an amethyst in with an agate. Amethyst is about 3 on the Mohs scale, and agate is like an 8.5. Very hard. See all this cool stuff you find just looking in your driveway. These rocks out here in the driveway have all been through a crusher, and there's a pile of these house. We can walk back there in a little bit and show you where some of this stuff comes from back there. Let's see. And some of them will turn out real nice, and some of them won't, and it's just part of the deal. Just part of it. I always tell people I don't do perfect rocks because there is no perfect in nature. Because you see, a mountain doesn't have a perfect line going up and a perfect line coming down. There's jagged cliffs and edges and all kinds of stuff. And we all look at that and say, wow, that's beautiful. At least we should. I look for stuff with lines in it or spots. This has, this is like a brown color with a light brown area there and a white spot there. And if you look on this side, there's none of that. So that should tumble up real nicely. See there, another good example. See the layers, and then you turn it over, and it's white in through that where that layer is. It looks like that might be a small piece of granite. This some type of shale, maybe. That's the side that was up. You turn that over, completely different. Cool stuff. But from the side was up, I wanted to get that because it has one like black layer right through there. But the stuff is just spots. Little guys. Lots of colors. See? Even the little guys. Oh, and look nice. There's some more quartz. Time to shoot better. We are smooth. Back by the pile in the back. I'll come back and get you guys in just a second. Two threads. And, oh, right back. Okay, now back to get you guys. Tilt you guys up here for the walk. And we will walk and talk a little bit. The rock pile, as I call it, is back here at the back of the property. And we will go back here and sit for a bit. Because there's some bigger colorful rocks in there. So we're gonna set you guys right here. Chair set up. Over that, so I can get up here. Bag over here on this side. Okay, so we're going to be about that. Yep. I find stuff like this all the time. And that that'll end up being really big. It almost looks like rhyolite. And this is cool. Cool stuff you find just by looking in your own backyard or driveway. This looks like some type of quartz. This is a piece of granite. Let me clean the there. Thank you, Epic. Hi, Bob Smith. Bob Smith, where are you from? I'm related to some Smiths in Southern Illinois. See, I think that looks cool. What kind of shade? See there, you can see that better right there. It's kind of like a pink color with a black and white lines through it. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Some stuff I pick up and I look at it and I put it back because I don't see that it will do well. Like this is a small piece of pink granite. Granite usually does pretty good. And I learned a new trick, maybe an old trick to some, but I watch Mark at superagates.com, and he said something the other day that I started doing, and it has made a world of difference in my tumbling. He said, "Do not throw your used slurry out." He said, "Use your used slurry in your step 1 and step 2," because he said, "By the end of the slurry, the grit is all spent," which is true. You should be able to run your fingers in the slurry and do your fingers together like that and feel no grit. He said to use that instead of water. And I started doing that, and the difference was night and day. So I've been doing that for about 2 weeks, and I've been having great success. Been having great success doing that. So we will continue until something new comes along. But he he does something he doesn't do like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. He does step 1 for 2 weeks, and then he puts it right over into polish and lets that go for 2 weeks. And then he dumps it out in a like a he has a homemade colander kind of thing and rinses it off. I don't have a place to do stuff like that. My rock room is a 9-foot by 12-foot bedroom. So there's not a lot of room in there. I am looking for a bigger place. See, that's cool. That's a piece of granite. Another piece of quartz. That looks neat. That's some type of granite. Some type of granite there. What is over here? Oh, yes. There's a piece of like shale that they busted up. See, that's the side that was up. You can see it's light gray, and then oh, that dropped. Shoot. And the side that there I found it. Side that's broke off is like a really dark gray. Just right here. I don't know if that's a quartz. It's pretty, whatever it is. It's like a pink quartz almost. See, that's like a pink quartz. It's another one. It's right here. Oop, dropped it again. Yeah. Well, I ain't reaching down in that thistle bush to grab it. And I find this kind of stuff all the time. This is cool. It's like two different colors with white spots. Almost reminds me of a like a Petotsky. Pot. I can't never pronounce it right. Petotsky stone. And when you get this wet, instead of that being like a light gray, it'll we'll collect a few more, and then we'll call it a day. Ooh, this is almost like a blue color. Wow. And I believe that's a quartz. I didn't know there was a blue quartz. Interesting. There's pink quartz. And then this stuff here is cool. See this a lot around here. It's a dark brown with a cream colored center. Cool stuff. Here's another quartz, good size piece. Try to get as much as quartz as I can. Ooh, that's a cool stone. That's the reverse of the one we just picked up a few minutes ago. That was dark on the outside and white in the center. This is white on the outside and dark in the center. Cool stuff. Quartz. See, but all this stuff you pick up just by sitting in your own yard. How cool is that? Sitting in your own yard, looking around. Now, these may not all turn out the same color that we think they're going to, but that's part of the deal. Oh, yeah, there, it's right there. Cool stuff. We'll go to the river. I was going to try to go today, but I've had a sinus headache for the past couple of days. And when I take the meds, it makes me sleepy, so I don't drive when I take those meds. Just not a good thing to do. Cool stuff. One right there. Some type of quartz. Yeah, and it looks almost like a bluish color. All right. Call it quits for today. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.